Each of us is accountable for spending $1.50 on food that we throw away every single day. To put that in perspective, there are 1.5 billion people on this planet that live on less than $1.50 per day. And across America, we spend $165 billion on food that we throw away every single year. So for the past 3 years, I've been fighting food waste and hunger, and my whole life I've wanted to become a social entrepreneur. And when I was at the University of Maryland, I chose to pursue that dream in the food space. At the time, I had no idea what I'd be getting myself into. But I recently found that key to ending hunger is actually to waste less. And there are 49 million Americans that are food insecure. What if we could spend that $165 billion on feeding them, right? And I found the solution through a couple years of research. And I think I've also found the key to making sure that we can all take accountability for food waste, because I think that's the core of the problem. Our lack of accountability. We never think that this is our problem. We think it's someone else's. We think it's the farmer's problem, the grocery store, the restaurant. Why are they wasting so much food, we ask? Well, I think we need to switch the question and ask ourselves, why am I wasting so much food? What can I do to stop it? This is important because food is a foundation of human development and societal advancement. It's an essential need that we can't take for granted. Think of all the innovation that's happened after the past 20, 50, 100, 1,000 years. None of that happens without food, right? And by the end of this talk, I want to show you how you can prevent food from being wasted. But before I get into what we do and what you can do, we have to dive deeper into the abyss of food waste. So this is Corey. He's a sixth-generation farmer from Biglersville, Pennsylvania, and he has thousands of pounds of apples that he can't sell because some are too big. Some are too small. Corey works hard to support his farm, and he can't afford to have that valuable, delicious produce get thrown away that he put so much backbreaking work into. Now, a couple weeks ago, we got a call about a truckload of cabbage, 17,000 pounds, that were rejected because of specks of dirt on the cabbage. Specks of dirt on the cabbage that grows in the ground. Raise your hand if you would eat this cabbage and wash it off, right? This is crazy. And the sad part is this directly affects the other half of the equation, which are the 50 million people living in food insecurity in this country. So this is a map of my hometown of Baltimore, and in these gray areas, you'll see school districts that are underserved and have poor facilities and poor performance. Now in this next map, you'll see the areas marked in red, which are food deserts. How are we expecting kids growing up in these neighborhoods to succeed when they have no access to healthy food outside of school, and inside of school, Congress literally declares this to be a vegetable? I cannot make this up. Look it up. Congress declares pizza a vegetable. It's insane, and I can't stand by. I refuse to stand by while this problem persists. So when I was at Maryland, I decided to take a different approach to solving this issue. I decided to start selling recovered fruits and vegetables and herbs in the basement of my dorm, and I basically became the underground produce kingpin of College Park. Except, don't get me wrong, I was selling legal herbs, okay? And in May 2014, I officially launched Hungry Harvest. And we provide farmers a return on their otherwise wasted crops that look just like this. They're beautiful things. You know, we got a little bit of scarring on the zucchini that shouldn't go to waste. We build balanced variety boxes just like this and deliver it to our subscribers' doors once a week. And for every box we deliver to a customer, we also enable somebody in need to eat healthy. So for example, we set up produce pickup sites, farm stands, in schools that are in food deserts. So parents picking up their kids after school can have access to affordable produce. Now imagine a world with me where Congress declares that we can have food stands that are selling healthy fruits and vegetables in schools and in food deserts nationwide. Right? Doesn't that make so much sense? Well, we're not going to wait for Congress to do that. That's our dream. That's our mission. And so how close are we to accomplishing that mission? Well, earlier this year, we were featured on the show Shark Tank, and that really helped propel our efforts to educate Americans on why these issues matter. And yes, if you're wondering, this is the same exact jacket that I was wearing up there, in case anybody's wondering. So today, I'm really proud to announce that this small project that started in the basement of my dorm has now recovered 1 million pounds of produce from going to waste. And we're just getting started. Thank you. Thank you. we're just getting started. There's 6 billion that gets wasted every single year. So here are 5 ways that you guys can help actually save food from being wasted. As consumers, we need to be the drivers of change. When you're walking down a grocery store aisle, pick out the produce that might not otherwise be taken. And don't be influenced by the perceptions of perfect food. It all tastes perfectly good, right? Second thing is we need to stop wasting so much food at home. 25% of everything we buy at the store ultimately goes to waste. It's like you go to the grocery store, you buy 4 bags of groceries, you drop one right in the parking lot without bothering to pick it up. Isn't that absurd, right? And actually the key to not wasting food at home is proper use of your fridge. Refrigerators have been around for 50 years, and somehow we still don't know how to use them. So we made this handy fridge storage guide, which you can go on our website and find, and it provides tips such as don't store all your produce into what I like to call the produce coffin, that drawer you open up after a couple weeks and everything's moldy. That's because not all produce is supposed to be stored in the same environment. It likes different environments, temperatures, humidities, right? And the fourth thing we can do is actually President Obama wrote an article in Wired magazine the other week where he said, that means creating not just a quicker way to deliver takeout downtown, but also a system that distributes excess produce to communities where too many kids go to bed hungry. What a novel idea. I wonder if anybody's doing that already. So let's let President Obama know that we are on it on Twitter. That would be awesome. And finally, our team was thinking about how we can change the conversation about food that's going to waste. And we were thinking, what's something that everybody uses really often and that can relate to everybody? And the answer was really obvious. Emojis, right? Well, from my experience, food doesn't exactly look like this. So what do? We made our own set of ugly produce emojis, which you can download on the App Store, and that'll help change our perception of what food should look like. So I'll leave you with this note. I believe in 2 fundamental principles that guide my life and guide Hungry Harvest. I believe that no food should go to waste, no matter where it's grown, what it looks like, or how it's packaged. And I believe that no person should go hungry, no matter where they live, what their income is, or how the economy is doing. And I won't stop until that dream becomes a reality. Let's change the world, one ugly apple at a time. Thank you very much.